Good afternoon and welcome on board the Amakhala vehicle here in the Eastern Cape. And what you saw in the frame a moment ago were two female ant-eating chats. That is a first bird for me. Yes, hello, my name is Steve. I'm joined by Morgan on camera, and we are very excited once again to have you with us out here in the Eastern Cape in Amakhala, where we're hoping to find all sorts of wonderful animals, birds and plants for you this afternoon. Here we go. Can see her now. We weren't lying. It was a marvelous bush, but what a marvelous cat. Now, when we first found her this afternoon, she was limping a little bit. Her back right leg looked a bit sore, but we've watched her move a number of times, and she hasn't exhibited that same gait since. Maybe she's just been sitting on it for a while. Staring down. Those hartebeest, they don't know that she's there. Pumulela, I believe she's called. Thank you, Morgan. I mean, she's done a lot of work to get to where she is now. Can you see one? Okay, so she's going back now. I think she's heard her cub. Morgan says the hartebeest was looking straight at her. I think she was definitely close enough, but you know, she can't risk injury. She wants to maintain stealth, and she's now been spotted. Now she's going to go. So all of that, doesn't look like she's starving, that's for sure. She's calling as she moves. Maybe you all be lucky to see her cubs with us as well this afternoon.
We are trying to be habituating these baboon from vehicles. It looks like they are really doing well. These baboons, of course, you may find sometimes in the structure in the area there can be from 8 up to 200 individual members per troop. That can happen, especially if these baboons stay wild and they don't break out from the reserve, go to the outside, where in towns where they tend to become problem animal and try to reduce the number of baboon, because sometimes these guys, if they feel like in numbers, they feel like they're strong in the area where in human habitat they can fight, they can do anything, they can go inside kitchens and everything, they can steal everything. So if baboons tend to get to that way, our Mpumalanga Park Sport will try to really reduce the number, or make sure that they don't go back there by really reducing certain males that know very well how to break through in houses. I've seen baboon before in the lodges. What they do, most of the time these guys, they abuse the little ones. If they want to break through the window, what they'll do, they'll hold the young ones and throw it in a window and break inside. Is where they can go inside and start to vandalize. They know how to vandalize these guys, especially in lodges where it's food all the time. Once they break in, they will be always breaking in. It's really one of the most intelligent species. We will talk about elephant and other things, but baboon is one of the intelligent species out here in the bush. They can able to open the zip of the tent. They can able to open the lock. If anything like where even doors of cars, they can open themselves and get in, and they cannot lock themselves. They can even come out at their own time, as long as they get what they need to get.
Something so exciting at the dam. We're in the far northeastern side of Djuma, and we've got two young lions. It looks like two young males. They're sitting in the shade, panting heavily, huge bellies, and their beds look like they've had a drink. I don't know who they are. I think we're going to have to get closer before we try and even figure that out, because it's really tough to tell, but they've chosen the only little spot of shade very wisely at a dam called Hook Dam. Success. Gerrit's eyes are just too good. They are hiding in the shade, in the bush off the road. And I think they're honestly just too exhausted to move any further. It's so hot. Their bellies are ridiculously large. And they found a spot where they can just follow the shade for a bit. Now, we're still not quite sure who they are. I am a little bit more certain now of who it might be, but I would like your confirmation. And I'm basing it purely on this young male that is facing us. So you can see his face really nice. He's got a couple of scars just on his nose going up to his eyes, so quite distinctive spots there. And that, moving his face, that combined with the fact that when he opened his mouth just now to keep panting, he had a chipped bottom right canine, makes me feel like this might be one of the young males from the Talamati Breakaway Pride. Now, if you don't know who the Talamati Breakaway Pride is, they all used to be the Talamati Pride. This was quite a few years ago. They moved on to Djuma, and we started seeing them around the property a lot. We saw two predominant prides, the Talamati Pride, which was further west, and the Djuma Pride, which is further east. And they've actually taken turns being the dominant pride, holding territory over Djuma. And then 3 of the lionesses broke away from that Talamati Pride and became the Talamati Breakaway Pride. Those 3 lionesses moved off and mated with that very big male lion that Trishala had on the show this morning. And this young male and the one lying at the back are potentially a result of that. So if it is the Talamati Breakaway Pride, then yes, that is their father. However, if it's not them, then I don't know who it is. But I think it's part of the Talamati Breakaway Pride.
It was a great day again, and thank you. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Ching, coming on board and getting to know us and the animals as often as you do. Thank you. Oh no, Bella, we just have a few more seconds to find a last minute impala. Luckily, we're almost there. Okay, maybe we're not almost there. There's still a bit of this road to go. Oh well. Oh no, Nadine is hyping me up as well. She's like, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. No chameleon, no impala. This is what happens when it's windy, everyone. This is what happens. Can't find an animal. But I think we might have to say goodbye just like this. I really hope that you had fun with us, even if we didn't see a whole lot this evening. And thank you for your questions and your comments. We'll see you again in the morning. Bye for now.